Oh, here it is, you dead set legends. How are you all there in the land of YouTube? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 arm wrestling live stream in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler. And when you want to talk about accomplishments, when you want to talk about victories and things that are just amazing, I am your 2019 Melbourne Cup left arm 80 to 95 kilo third place getter. And I'll tell you what, my guest was there to witness history. Had zero clues who I was, but he was there. But just quickly before I introduce this dead set legend, I've got to thank all the people that celebrate the Aussie Arm Wrestler. For just 50 cents a week, you can become a Patreon member. And as you see everyone there, Savage Arm Wrestling, Oz Tex, Master Shake, YouTube Bangers, Gorilla Arms is in there, Proving Astrology. Anyone and everyone is out there helping the Aussie Arm Wrestler. I'll tell you what, I'm that excited. I'm going to show them all again. I really appreciate it. But you get some behind-the-scenes action, updates on upcoming guests that come in if they're not spontaneous like I have done here. But as you can see, the support is real. You guys are real. It is all happening. Love some of the names that are coming. Macho Man Arm Wrestling channel is there. Now, before I get to every one of you Dead Set Legends in the chat, let me introduce this handsome man. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to look you dead in the eye when you're watching this live stream. This guy here is the next big thing in arm wrestling. He is coming, and he's one of the best dudes in arm wrestling as well. He's gone out and he flew over to Washington State and just made Australia look pretty bloody decent on the map and had some big wins against the likes of Cody, Big Spur, Merritt. And then he decided to come over here and break the heart of Larry Wheels by giving him his first loss in a tournament. But he was an absolute star of the over-the-top down under. I am none other talking about the weapon, the absolute weapon, Mario Tambakis. Mario, welcome back to the show.
Dude, what an intro. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be back.
Absolutely. You know, I love having you on here, and what people just need to know, and we'll get to it a bit later on, but just quietly, over the top down under, $10,000 first prize. What were you going to do if you won?
Everybody knows what I was going to do if I won. Straight to the bar.
Straight honestly. To the bar. And guys, if you get, this is why I want Mario on the show and want everyone, as you can see, scrolling down the bottom, go follow this guy on Instagram. Do what you can do to make him a megastar. He genuinely done it. Mario, a quick little fun story before I get to all the, you know, everyone in the comments. And give me a ready bang in the comments for Super Mario, the weapon. I was watching it, and we're all trying to go to this after party that was hanging around. It was a buzzing tournament. We were up and about. Mario was getting annoyed for two reasons at the after party. One, he couldn't get everyone in the same place. People wearing shirts and they were wearing shorts because we'd just been in an arm wrestling tournament. People getting knocked back. Then he was getting angry at people behind the bar because he couldn't start a tab. So everyone could just come up and help themselves and have a drink. And that's why Dominic Lorenz, who was at the event, nails it. And he says, Mario is a true gentleman of the sport.
Appreciate
the money
that.
Slam, my friend, Marcus Thompson has jumped in. He goes, Mario, he was super impressed with your matches at Over the Top. And we're going to get right into Over the Top at the moment. Hey, the bang gang is in. Ready bang, gents. It is all happening. Oh, Skeletor was worried he was going to be late to the show. Everyone's in there. Dan John, one of my Patreon stars. Let's get it. The Money Slam. What's up, boys? And what's up to every one of you? Guys, I've got a poll going. Who do you want? And give me some suggestions as well. I just came up with 4 quick names. But who do you want Mario to pull internationally? We're going to talk about Arm Wars. We're going to talk about King of the Table, East versus West, or whatnot. But just let us know. Mario, here we go. Here's a big matchup. You can put
It's
back
a great match right there.
We might have to. I think Marcus has just gone from downtown and nailed it. Mario versus Evan, beer drinking. Jet Bruin, who was at the tournament, says I can vouch for Mario. Me and the Sydney boys drink too nice, and everyone's just coming in with a ready bang. Mario, you've been around the sport for a while. You've turned up to tournaments where there's 5 people watching. You know, you're in a bar, you're in someone's garage, and things like that. What was it like for someone like you, who is in the top tier of Australia's arm wrestling, top 5 guaranteed, your top 5 in Australia? What was it like for you to turn up and see that event?
Well, I think you remember how I was. I was buzzing. I felt like I was genuinely important, and this is where I'm going to make my mark on the sport. As soon as I walked in, I was at what we're talking, 9:30 a.m. in the morning before anything even started. And I couldn't sit still all day.
What was the obscure thing you wanted to do up and down the aisles to try and burn some energy?
I just wanted to sprint. I don't know. I had so much energy.
It was weird. I saw Mario and he was up and about, and then I thought he went to the bathroom stalls and had a bag of the booger sugar, because he was just ready. He's like, I've got to run. Like, Mario was helping us set up, helping the crew. I shouldn't say us. I didn't have much to do involved in that. He was helping the crew set up, and they're running, and he was just like, I need a sprint, man. I need a sprint. Now, how did you go? Because it took you a while. You did some party playing on the left arm. You took out the supers in the left arm so you could have a few bucks, buy yourself some beers. You did it very easy. 4 wins, final, bang. But that didn't start. That you were there 9:30 in the morning, up and about.
Yeah.
You probably didn't first pull for maybe, I reckon, till about 4 o'clock in that afternoon.
Well, the left arm, it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
2:30, 3 o'clock.
Before my first pull, yeah.
Yeah. So how did that go? Like, because you got there early, all that energy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go away? Were you stuck at the tournament? Where were you running around?
I was planning to warm up really well, maybe take about half an hour to warm up for the left arm, but I was just too busy watching the matches. The time went really quickly, and by the time I knew it, I was
way too quick.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I was really happy with how many Sydney boys turned up, and they did exceptionally well. So I was all in on the action, So I didn't really worry about it too much. As soon as I got on the table, I got pretty warm, so I was all right.
Oh, mate, you're running around trying to coach everyone. You're an absolute cult hero here in Australia. Everyone loves you. And the Money Slam says Mario seems to have a big following. Lots of cheers from the crowd. We're going to get to that magic moment, and I've got to set the scene for it. I've got to set the scene. I'll see if I can find the footage for everyone. David Marr says, "Ready, bang, Jake, you're the man." My guy here. This is the next best big thing in arm wrestling. Keep your eye on this guy. $5 super chat from Kevin Temkai. Thank you very much. He goes, based on what I hear, seems that if Mario likes to buy out the bar, I wish I could have partied with him. Why is it? Because when I first was starting to realize, we were starting to form this friendship and everything, you were always ensuring, you like to have a drink, like when people are partying, you like to get up and about, but you always want to make sure everyone else has a drink in their hand. Why?
Yeah, I just want everyone to have a good time, and I think this might be a little bit funny to say, but I think it breaks down like barriers and guards, and then I get to know people, and I get to make more friends. I guess that's it, really.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It is more friends. That's all. All you want to do. You love building. Like we live in different states. It takes me 2 hours to fly there, 12 hours to drive where you are. But I feel like you're one of my good mates. So it's very interesting to see how this goes. And Dan John is like, the crowd were chanting Mario. How did you how did you feel when you first went up on the left arm? You first finally got up on the stage and was ready to go to town and get your prize. What was that feeling like? Tell everyone about it.
I'm not too sure. Like, I think the best way to describe it is it's all business. As soon as I walk up on stage, I'm clear headed, nerves are gone, and I'm just there to arm wrestle. That's it.
Yeah, you looked like you turned up in an hoodie, mate. Super
Yeah.
comfortable. You looked,
Yeah.
yeah, could have pulled in slippers and you could have standed out, and it would have been amazing. I mean, people want you to drink with you everywhere. Hey, the money says, "Come to Island, Mario. You'll die here in beer heaven." What
yeah,
is it?
that's definitely on the list. Sorry?
What's your poison when it's like open bar? You can have what you want. What's your poison?
Oh, I think it's just Jim Beam. Like that's my poison.
I
love a good bourbon, that's for sure.
we need to somehow get you there. Now I'm just going to have a bit of a play around. I'll see if I can find. I was running around. I was too excited to have you on the show. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I. Let's have a look here. What's this one? Nope. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is try and find it. I don't think it's here. No. Shit. That's all right. Well, that's probably a good thing as well. You'll have to wait.
Yeah, okay.
But as you can see in the thumbnail, 0.51 seconds. That's how long it took for my man Mario Tambakis to pin Larry Wheels. Like that. 0.51. 0.51. Gave it hooray bang! It was huge. What was I watched your reaction. Because when I was told what the next match was, I saw your reaction. But tell everyone when I was up there and I went, oh, started laughing. I was like, here we go. Larry Wheels versus Mario Tam. Oh, I keep calling Mario Tambakis. It was Mario Tambakis. I was too excited. And when I called your name to the stage, what was it like?
I had my head down at the time, trying to get serious because I knew we were getting to the pointy end of the overalls, not the top 8, but heading towards it. So I was just trying to get serious, and then I had my head down, trying to get serious. And all I can feel is like slapping on my back. And then I heard you say my name and Larry's. And everybody just came over and started pushing me, shoving me, slapping me on the back, trying to get me, turned on, switched on.
Yeah.
So I walked up to the stage and I saw Larry. I'm thinking, shit, this is going to be interesting. Slapped my face to wake up, walked up to the table, and yeah, just
Well, you guys had to wait. So you had to walk up to the table. Now, I'm going to put it just this, as you can see, it's a part of the theme. Rebecca Peffers, thank you very much. It is the lovely partner of Sam Burnett who took this photo. An absolute great photo. We even used it on Maximum Bang Monday as a fun game. So you've been called up to the table, but you're not yet to pull in. Was that?
Yeah, I can't remember what.
For you, was that? Were you just happy to be there? It's like, yeah, all right.
I'm actually. That's a good story. I'm really happy that we had that little break because my nerves just sort of flushed away. I just stood next to him. I thought, we're like the same age. He's the same height. I know he's massive, broken multiple world records, but I'm looking at his wrist. I'm like, it's not that scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then,
and then the grip ups happen, mate. The grip is there.
Yeah, he asked for straps. I said no, because I know he's got a better chance in the straps. So hit the table. He got arced up, and then we started gripping up. And I'm going to go into a bit of detail here, but
yeah, absolutely. That's what we want. That's what we want from your perspective.
Yeah.
You're the man to give him his first loss in a tournament. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I think he was really intimidating in the setup. When he had his shoulder in and he was pushing me to the side with just static side pressure, trying to meet that was very difficult. So I just told the rest to turn us out, to keep turning us out. And then once we did, sort of all that pressure went away. I thought to myself, oh shit, this is where I can sort of take advantage in the setup here. So I started pushing to the side as well, but from a straighter position. And I got him off his shoulder line before the go. And that's really it. Honestly, if we went hook to hook, he would have won. If he had a better setup, he probably would have won too.
And I'm going to get to the aftermath in a moment. I just want to take care of a couple of comments. Josh, let me try and convince you here. Do not be embarrassed for Larry Wheels. The guy's had 3 super matches and 1 tournament. Finished 6th in the overalls in his first tournament. Exactly. Just give him a bit of slack. He has had the best of the best of the best in the world. Show him. But when you have that much information, and Mario's way is the best way to pull, and Marcus Thompson's way is the best way to pull, and Dan John's way is the best way to pull, and they're all 3 different things, 4 different things, it muddles in your head. Do not be embarrassed for Larry. He did not. I thought he was fantastic. Handled himself well. He absolutely loved it. He aimed for top 8. He ended up finished 6th in the tournament. I'm telling you, Joshy, mate, just get on the Larry train. Brian Bowen thanks you.
You gave
me the blueprint. Thank you. And that
You're
just
welcome.
shows and that just shows just how amazing it is. Yeah, and Ryan nails it here. He says Larry beat New Zealand's 100-kilo champ. He beat Charles Puri, who is a stud.
Yeah, that was a bit of a war too, so that was impressive.
Yeah. So the moment happens. You knew your game plan, got there, okay, knew where you had to go because you're very experienced in the sport. And no disrespect to Larry, you took someone that's not as experienced, of course.
That's right. Yeah.
You pinned him. You had a delayed reaction. Tell us about the reaction once you've pinned him.
So when I arm wrestle, generally speaking, I in a tournament, I usually just clear my mind and nothing really phases me. So I didn't realize the entire room was on the one side of the entire population of the room was on the one side of the room in my corner yelling my name. I didn't really realize that until like a second and a half after I walked away from the table. I didn't realize it was such a big thing. It took me a while to realize it was such a big win.
Oh, let me set the stage, and then you can tell us your reaction. So what we tried to do in the top 8 guys, in the right arm overalls, is when the bigger names, and it was no disrespect to the lower people in the tournament, but when the bigger names were starting to go head to head, as you see in the photo, that's why Larry and Mario were standing there. I was like, guys, hold on, we're all going to watch this match, and then we're going to go there. So I'd stopped the other tables, myself, the refs. Phil gave me the go-ahead, stop there. And it was the only time, I mentioned it earlier, you'll see it on Larry Wheels' video, I felt like a hot single girl that had recently changed her relationship status to single. My phone was blowing up. Larry, can you talk to Larry? Where's Larry? Blah, 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 blah. So then when it was such a surreal feeling from where I had the best seat in the house. I was over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Watching the match. Like microphone leaning on another ref, like giving a really bang. So anyway, everyone was so excited. The buzz was about Larry and the tournament. And then once your name was mentioned, it was like Rocky IV. Everyone was going for Ivan Drago because they were in Russia. But once your name was mentioned, the crowd, Mario. And then when you give the double flex and the pin, it was the biggest pop of the night. It was the biggest cheer of the night, even bigger when Lachlan won the whole thing.
I think so.
Feel? How does that make you feel when you know it's not just because Mario buys me a drink or things like that? People who are genuinely invested in you, people genuinely like you, and people, including the Aussie arm wrestler, genuinely want you to succeed. How did that feel?
It's a moment I'll never forget, honestly. I can't put it into words, honestly. I spoke to you about it And it's the same. It's the exact same explanation I'm giving you now. Can't put into words. I just can't. I was just so grateful and so happy.
Was there a moment at the tournament, not at the tournament, was there in that moment that you just thought about jumping into the crowd? I reckon you could have crowd surfed. Yeah, they would have done you around the whole thing, and by the time you did a whole lap crowd surfing, it would have been time for your next match.
Honestly, I could have done it.
100%, guys. You can still buy the pay-per-view and you can still watch it and fast forward, I'm sure. Or you can watch the actual match on Larry Wheels' channel. He just released a 15-minute video about his arm wrestling tournament. I may hog about 4 or 5 of those minutes there just quietly. Go check that out. Now, you had just quickly shout out to Phil Woody UK. He's been a member for 2 months. And he says, #FBowen with a love heart. Ryan, Super Mario took the wheels off Larry. It was, he definitely did. And look, Dominic Lorenz, like, I know we're probably building it up more than it is, but for me, it's up there.
For us arm wrestlers, I think so. From what people have told me, it was a surreal moment for them as well. I think Ryan Scott compared it to the 500-kilo deadlift that Eddie Hoare did because he was present there too. Yeah, I thought to myself, it can't be that great. But then I don't know. I felt like on top of the world, cloud 9.
So you should be. The Money Slam is coming. Marcus Thompson. You know I'm very, very grateful, and hopefully next week you will come on the show. But he's come in with another one of his massive super chats. Really appreciate it. The help and support is unreal. And he says, Mario, watching you pull for the first time in an arm wrestling tournament, you are the most chilled out puller I have seen, even in the setup. It is impressive from calm to killer. And you're really on the money here, Marcus. You really are. So is that something you have worked on? Because before the event, you were ridiculous. The last thing you were chilled. And it was awesome. It was so good because, you know, one of the best pullers in Australia was really excited about this tournament, which then helps build the atmosphere because then your team, your Sydney crew are like, well, if Mario's excited, I'm excited. When does Super Chill, the weapon, when does that chillness come in?
Well, to answer your question before, it's something I have worked on. I used to hype myself up and try to really get in there, scream a little and get all energetic, but I just feel like it really didn't make a difference and I was just expending energy for no reason. Being calm, collected, and just focusing on what's in front of me, that's to me, that works best for me.
It was, it was, and it is working. You know, you're building up there. Ryan Bowen did his own rankings just recently. He's got you at number 3 in Australia, and you know, people can think about what they want, but you know, someone as high caliber as that thinks you're the 3rd best in the country. I think that is pretty good. And Ryan's got a point here that I want to now that I'm going to bring up because, you know, unfortunately, you finished 5th, I believe. You came top 5.
That's
right.
You
came top 5. So Ryan says we made the same mistake against Olimov 2. I think we're due for a 2 out of 3 super match. So you Olimov eliminated. No, Olimov gave you your first loss.
No, I think that was Mate.
Mate gave you first loss. Olimov Bexod gave, knocked out you and Ryan.
He did.
Probably 2 of my best mates in the bloody tournament.
Yeah.
If he's watching it, get the subtitle.
Olimov's a savage. Yeah, he's an amazing puller, honestly.
How did he feel? Because I think from my perspective, and I could be wrong, because I saw it more in the Ryan Bowen match. I feel he almost puts you in a false sense of security or directs you the wrong way in the setup. Yep. So then, you know, like Ryan was more focused on, okay, I'm not going to use my ace yet. I'm going to do there. So then once again, false sense of security. So then when I saw you up against Olimov, I was like, Mario's going deep into the tournament. And then it was you ended up catching, which is rare for you to do. And then his tightness is just ridiculous. And in.
He top rolled out of straps our first match. He top rolled out of straps, and his hand sort of dropped under mine. And I thought, oh fuck, he can't top roll me. Surely he can't top roll me. And I love top rollers too. They can try to get out of my hand, and I'm usually pretty good. But when they strapped us up, he requested a loose strap, which it fucked with me a little bit on the setup. Yeah. And then he hit into a hook. You know?
So the loose strap set up, did he request that only because he had the buckle side?
Yeah, that's right. So he can dictate whether it's tight or not. And I think he did that because he had the shorter forearm, which made sense because I'd be pulling him off the back of the pad. Oh, sorry, pulling him off the front of the pad if it was tight. And then, I should have. It wasn't about using my ace or not. It was about I wanted to top roll him, but I should have went no hook. And he pulls similar to a guy that we have here in Sydney, Pepe Penzetti, who competed in WAF seniors, top 6 in 2019, I believe, or 2018. Actually, no, further back than that. But regardless, he's a high caliber puller. But he moves very similar to Olimov, and I had better success with him throwing my shoulder in and supinating as hard as I can and getting all hooks in the table. So that's what I should have done. But oh well. Shit happens.
But you live and learn, and that's what I mean. That's why you got to be one of the best, because you know exactly what should have happened, and you'll build on that. Like, you've got training tonight, you got to go nuts. Benji Mack says, I met and pulled Mario in California on his last arm wrestling tour around the States. We're going to talk about that in a moment. He crushed it at tournaments and super matches. Cool hanging out with you, brother. Come back.
Yeah, I can't wait, Benji. Can't wait.
We're going to get to that. Levan Saganishvili's kidney has jumped in. Says, Mario, would you crush Andy in a real match, or would it be close? So just a bit of context, guys. Mario has been dabbling in the YouTube world. Do you have a separate channel for yourself?
I do, but there's nothing on there, honestly. There's only my match with Daniel Mosier.
Start this channel. Let's get him. Because the thing is, man, because you train a lot, you compete a lot. And if you can get a few bucks here and there and build the profile, because speaking with Adam Silver before they came to Australia, the main thing to get to the king of the table, he says you need a social media profile. So this is going to be the catalyst of it. I'll help you run the channel. I'll help what you need to do and things like that. That's not a problem. But you also dabble in a bit of podcast yourself with the Andy and Mario show, and that's where this question comes in. You two have developed a huge bromance, which at the over the top was thrown out the window. Oh, Andy, like a dead dog's dinner. I tell you, he just, once he had eyes for Larry, the love hearts were coming in, and if he was a cartoon, it was literally popping.
Yeah, literally.
And I remember talking to you on stage, and I went, and I was talking to Celine and Andy's fiance, and it was like, he's left you. But to answer Levan's question, who would win?
It'd probably be close, to be honest. Andy knows my lanes. I've trained with him enough. Andy's a strong bugger too.
Yeah, so that means, ladies and gentlemen, I speak Mario, and let me just sit there and goes, I am too nice and too very humble and don't want to disrespect anyone to say that I would absolutely crush my best friend, Andy Bosnich, in any sort of tournament super match format. Bang. That's what Mario has just said. He said he's got to crush. There we go. Some people are coming in. 4 a.m. in Georgia, and people are wanting to watch Mario.
Nice.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, man.
Northwest Bull, great fella, and great for the sport, which is good. Nice to meet you, Mario, and welcome to the family.
Hey, thank you very much, Sarah. Appreciate that.
She's a dead set legend as well.
Yeah, I saw
Marcus Thompson's on board. He says you need to start, Mario, so you can get some money slams.
Yeah.
He does some phenomenal things phenomenal things for me, which is good. Now I'm just going to end the poll. What have we got here? 36% is the main winner that you should pull Coach Ray, which is good. And
that'd be fun.
And I've just pinned Mario's YouTube channel to the top of the comment section there. So I've pinned that. So make sure you get over and sub it. And while you're here, just give us a bit of a thumbs up. Mika, who's just taken names over there in the States, he says, "Sup, Mario, heard great things. My buddy Ed hung out with you when you were here, and he says you're a great guy as well."
Yeah, Ed drove us from the hotel to Cali practice. So he's a great guy. And to voluntarily do that, yeah, we really appreciate it.
Ryan's got a quick question. He says, how do you read the Jordan versus Brett win?
Well,
Jordan
I think
Davis.
Brett, yeah, that was in the overalls too. So I believe that Brett was pretty gassed. I do.
Yeah.
And Brett came to me and said he didn't take it seriously as well. So he gripped pretty casually. And that's what happened. But, I didn't get to see the match. But that's what Brett told me. And I'll just watch footage of it later from a shittier angle.
Yeah, it was over in a heartbeat.
But still, it's a tournament. And, win's a win. And I think Jordan did an amazing thing right there. To be honest.
Absolutely. Getting a pin on Brett Coots. I mean, you had a good match with Brett on the left over here.
Left and right. Yeah,
12 months ago.
Yeah.
If that match happened again, how do you think it'd go?
I think I have a better shot now. I genuinely feel like I've gotten better since then.
Oh, beautiful. Aussie Arm Wrestler needs to make that match happen. I don't know how, but we need to make that match happen because I just want you to have heaps and heaps of matches. Now, you went and pulled. You ended up having to pull Matarangi, who later I'm reading is going to be on Ryan Bowen's show in the studio. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to fit in your studio, Blue. I do not know how that will happen. But what are you weighing in at the moment?
I was 110 on comp
110 kilos of lean muscle. So you're pulling someone 55 kilos heavier than you.
Pretty much.
How did that feel? How did that feel?
Out of straps, I felt really comfortable. There was a bit of miscommunication with the referee. He said he was going to rotate us and then pause and then say go. Instead, he just said go, literally.
So you missed the
start. So I got the jump, but I had hand control, and it was close to the pin pad. So at that time, I thought, oh, yeah. I got something for him.
Absolutely.
And then straps went on, and literally his hand just somehow grew 2 times bigger in that setup. And then I was literally gripping him like that, as opposed to this, which I wanted.
Yeah.
So he had me. The
damn straps. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's just jumped in. She says, "Hey Jake, you did awesome and over the top tourney." Yeah, just a quiet 9.5 hours screaming into a microphone.
That was unreal. Like, I got to say that as well. Like, you were unreal, Jake. Seriously, I don't know how you do it.
It's just when you do something that you love. I'll probably look at you now that I'm 37 and go, how do you drink for 12 hours straight and back it up at a barbecue the next day? So, when we caught up, I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Now, so the tournament's over. I'm still up and about for it. I can't wait to get the training so I can talk about over the top more. But you have gone international. You have gone and pulled at Washington State's December last year.
That's right, yeah.
What I want to know is why Washington State, and tell everyone how you went.
Well, Washington State's because it was placed it was on a good date. So work just finished and I had time off. So me and Lachlan Carpenter from Sydney went up there and we competed. And Tim Tormage, who runs Arm Sports Entertainment with his lovely wife Kayla, very accommodating and just gave me all the details and all the information. And I hassled him for like information for my visa and all this other shit. And yeah, they were super nice about it. It was just more. It was convenience, basically. That's why I chose that tournament.
Well, it seems like you've made your mark there. How did you go in those tournaments? I think you did pretty well.
Yeah, so I signed up for 4 classes simultaneously, basically. So I did left-handed, under 232 pound and over 232, and right as well. So I was just running back and forth from tables all day. And I think if you look far enough back, I think it was about 26 consecutive ready goes. And that's not including straps and fouls and fucking all this other shit too. So it would have been more. So it was just constant. And yeah, I think it was great. I think I'd do it again, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
The more tournaments we can get you in, the more matches over there. How did you go? Where did you end up finishing?
3rd under 232 on the right arm.
Who beat
and
you?
Then 4th 232 plus on the right arm. Lefty, I can't remember. I didn't place on left.
So then you finished top 3, and then you finished top 4. What were the names that ended up beating you?
So it was just Jordan Sill. That's it. That's the only person on the right hand that beat me. And then I laid down to Lachlan, so he can get a good run in the heavies. So he got 3rd. He got 3rd in the supers.
So ladies and gentlemen, we've got a bit of match fixing going on. That's how much Mario looks after his friends. Not only will he buy you a drink and spend some time with you, but if he wants you to do well in a tournament, he'll sacrifice his spot. I like Jordan Sill, but fuck that guy for pitting you twice. He was
3 times, man. 3
times. 3 times, and I think he's getting himself a trip to Australia. Wayne Withers, arm wrestling. Big dude. Big dude. Says, what's up, guys? Can I challenge Mario to a drinking contest?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is good. Now, I want to talk about this little side bet that had gone on, and I'd like to get your perspective on it. But first, Mika, the absolute stud over there in the States, just doing really well. Yeah. Thank you very much for your support, my man. Thank you very much. And I might have to see if we can get you to pull Mario. Let's get Mario, guys. Let's just get Mario over and pulling some big super matches. As you can see, the dude's just awesome. And context, he has been up all night working, catching up on work. That's the thing with us arm wrestlers. So he's up all night trying to have a shot of coffee, coming on the show, late notice, because he's just helping out the Aussie arm wrestler, and I want to help out him. So if you see him, he's always up and about. But he's just a little pinch tired. So thank you for your super chat. He says, from the start to finish, Jake brought the energy. I think at a certain point, Jake went into some trance of some sort. Your voice handled 9 hours of Ready Bang. Incredible. Just quickly talking about that. One of my favorite things I did was announce the winner of the Over the Top Down Under when Lachlan won. Why? Because it was finished. I would have done it all again. I would have kept going and going. But there was a stage, because I hadn't eaten all day. I didn't have time to eat. And my head was throbbing. And the only way to stop it was I was in a double-edged sword, like a double-ended dildo. There was no escape. As soon as I stopped talking, my head would start throbbing from dehydration, not eating enough. And the only way to do it, to stop it throbbing, was to yell into the microphone. But yelling in the microphone would make my head throb. How do I stop it throbbing? Yelling in the microphone. What would happen if I yell in my... And it was just going round and round and round. But thank you very much for your help and support in that. That is amazing. Now, going back to Washington State's Mario, there was a moment where our good friend, Ryan Bowen, not sure if you've heard of him, he came out and he said, whoever pins Mario in the tournament or beats Mario or eliminates Mario wins a trip to Australia and has a super match with Ryan.
Yeah, a lot of unnecessary pressure, Ryan. Thank you.
So was that, because you are a pretty laid-back guy, and you would have seen the fun side of it, and you would have seen, it wasn't a direct, I'm trying to make Mario fail. It was letting everyone know that you're a stud and things like that.
He
But
said he
how
has
did that make
confidence in
you
my
feel?
ability, so I felt, it was good.
How did that make you feel going over that you had a target on your back and everyone wanted to fix the draw to get a crack at you?
Well, I'm the type of guy that likes talking to everybody before the tournament, and nobody would even glance at me, right? So it was really, really quiet before the tournament. And then once we started, got the first loss against Jordan and then the win against Cody. Win against Cody. A couple of those guys come up and congratulated me and introduced themselves and stuff. And from there, the ball kept rolling. So that was the only bad thing about that whole challenge was no one would speak to me. Yeah.
The most likable guy, and will talk to anyone. And he couldn't get in his pre-game routine by going around having a chat with everyone because Ryan's into their eyes.
Yeah, it calms my nerves when I get to meet people, especially people I've seen on, all over YouTube. Like Jordan Sill. I really wanted to go talk to Jordan Sill because I'm a bit of a fan of him, Jacob Abbott, I saw him. I'm a big fan of him too. Yeah. That was hard. Just for that, brief couple of hours.
Was Jordan too Sill? Was Jordan too Sill? Was Jordan just too good? Was he too strong? Or did he just get the jump on you? Or
no. He was just way better than me fundamentally. Yep.
Will we get it? Will we get a revenge? Will we get a sweet, sweet revenge in this one? Will we
at some point, yes. That's a match I want. That's a match I want again. So I'm hoping we meet at Washington State's again at the end of the year. So I plan to go back there. Yeah.
Huge super match. And then, of course, I've got a bunch of people I want to get on the show. The Burnett brothers, arm wrestling guys. Go check these guys out. 3 studs in Australian arm wrestling in the lighter divisions. But, geez, they pull like heavyweights. And all 3 of them had a super, super impressive tournament. And I'm going to get these guys on the show hopefully in the next few weeks. They're just awesome, awesome people. And they've come in with a huge super chat. Thank you very much for the love and support.
Yeah,
so
love your work, boys.
Good work, boys. What's on the cards for you guys next? So what's on the cards for you, Mario?
Well, there's Western Australia have their state tournament on in 3 weeks. I'll probably head to that. Spoke to Ryan Scott, and you were there for that conversation.
Yeah,
he's going to compete. I believe he's going to compete if things line up for him with work, and he'll try and get Ben Carroll there as well, which is a big, big if. But regardless, I'm going there for Ryan Scott, and I want to defend my titles that I won last year. So yeah. So I'll be going there.
You're a bit like the Dan Mosier of Australia because you're Western Australia champ, you're South Australia champ, you're Victoria champ, you're New South Wales champ.
Nah, that's Jordan.
That's Jordan. That's right. You come runners up. But yeah, you got the Dan Mosiers about you. The Burnett brothers, thank you very much for your support. You guys had a really, really good tournament. Sam even, I think he finished 11th in the overalls, which was just something else when you're 80 kilos. And he just
pulled the entire day.
Pulled left and right arm. Had an absolute banger with Josh Barnett. A lot of people, 2 things if you're an arm wrestler, help me out. Don't fucking name your kid Josh. Too many of you. I had to call a Josh Barker, a Josh Barnett, and a Josh Burnett. And second of all, if your last name is similar to Burnett, change it. Just change it for me. That would help the Aussie arm wrestler out. I had anything and everything there. But those guys were awesome. Ryan wants to know, would you a top rolled or hooked the Milkman?
Oh, if I were to verse the Milk. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got a game plan going in to WA if he's competing. And it'll be similar to what Olimov did to us, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think I can out top roll Ryan Scott because I've never gripped him right-handed either. So there's that. I have no information, but Yeah, it'd be similar to what Olimov did to us.
And in 3 weeks' time, that'll all happen. And unfortunately, the Aussie arm wrestler won't be there because it's just too close to Mrs. Aussie arm wrestler pumping out a little baby Aussie arm wrestler.
Yeah.
So I better not. So I better not do that. Everyone's just saying good things about each and every one of you. The Burnett brothers are absolute legends, and Mario is super modest. Ryan has been a big believer in you, probably more than you believe in yourself, Mario. Says the day you pinned Dan Mosier, we knew.
That was a cool moment. That's up there with Larry pinning Mosier. And the crowd cheered pretty hard then too.
See, man, let's take advantage. Retro Rice, very good shit stirrer in the chat. He goes, thank you very much. Chat goes, Mario, did you ever think of pulling in the girls division? Seeing as you're so rubbish.
Some of those girls would smash me, man. Honestly. Yeah. The girl from Gympie, for example.
Desire,
she's insane.
16 years old. I'll tell you what, I might organise a super match with Retro Rister and Keziah from the Gympie Grippers Arm Wrestling Club, and we could see it from there. Retro Rister's just a really good guy. He's just having a bit of a laugh. He's just he's a good guy. Just seeing everyone in there. Shan Shaw has jumped in. Mario needs to come to the US again for a super match. Now, this is where I want to get into the nitty-gritty, mate, because I want you to be on Arm Wars. I want you to be on King of the Table, the East versus West. It can happen. I mean, we saw Jordan Davis on Arm Wars. I mean, Ryan Bowen's been on WAL, and he's been offered King of the Table matches.
Yeah.
East versus West matches. Him and Lachlan are going to be on East versus West. Ryan's pulling Engin. Lachlan's pulling San Andreas series. So who do you want and where would you want to pull?
Honestly, it's hard to even say. Like, I do want Jordan Seal because we have history there. And I want to be able to say, like, I've beat Jordan Seal. You know, the same guy that beat Todd Hutchings at multiple points in time, you know. And it feels like it's a bit more realistic. It's far and it's going to be hard, but I reckon I can still pull it off. And plus, we're the same weight, so it's hard to find someone that's around that 105 to 110 kilo mark. So
that's all right. We'll make it happen, guys. Let's jump in the comments now. Who should Mario pull next? Because he's an exciting puller and he deserves to be on an international stage. So let's.
But that's another reason why I like tournaments, because that's where you discover your opponents or your close opponents. You know.
Well, two things. So let's talk about someone that's beaten you and someone that's pinned you. If you were to have super matches with them now, how do you think it would go? And we'll start with Jordan Sill, who beat you.
Mm-hmm.
How 6 match come December, Washington States.
Yeah.
I'll come somehow.
Make it
six round super match. What's the score?
I'm always going to say 4-2, and I'm thinking it's my way. I reckon he'll pin me twice, and then I'll find that lane. You know, I had 3 shots at finding that lane, and that very last one, the third pull we had, I found like a high posting top roll would have worked, but I was so beat up by that last pull, and that was the eliminator for me. I couldn't pull it off.
What about Cody Merritt? If you had a super match with him, did you pin him? Very good match. You pinned him.
I think he just went through a bit of like an injury phase on his right arm, I think, or was it his left? But regardless, I think I have it covered.
Yep.
I reckon I know where I need to go, and I think it'll be.
Mario.
It won't be comfortable, but it will be. I think I'll win.
You're a modest and humble guy. I get it. But there is a stage in your life, Mario, where you're allowed to say that you've got their number. You're allowed to say.
I know.
Doesn't mean you're a dick. Doesn't mean you're disrespecting one guy that reckons that he's got you 6-0. He's Retro Roster Gaming, the best gaming channel. The guy's a stud. The guy's a stud. And he says, I'll smash Mario and Bowen at the same time, anywhere, anytime. And this isn't Sat the Beat. So
this isn't Sat the Beat.
isn't Sat the Beat. Sat the Beat comes to the tournament. Retro Rister watched the tournament. I know of that. Thank you very much, Retro Rister. Come pull Brad Grundy in Florida or Jerome Loud? What do you think of those matchups?
Actually, Jerome Loud is when he beat Daniel Mosier comfortably, and I can't remember what tournament this was, and it was last year. I thought to myself, that would be fun. That would be a good match. He looks fundamentally strong everywhere. So
there it
I
is.
think that'd be sick. Yeah. Brad Grundy's also really good too.
And Jerome Loud, Mario Tambakis and Jerome Loud. This is a match that we need to happen. If you're running an event, get my guy over. Get my guy over because more likely than not, if he wins this super match, you're probably going to get that money back anyway over the bar. So it will then make you look good to your sponsors.
You can't lose.
That's right. Smart marketing. Someone that is ever the opportunist.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely going to happen this year. It's definitely going to happen.
When?
I think near the end of the year. I already said to him, like, once work dies down, because I have a really, from June onward, well, actually, funnily enough, this year it's from like May onward, I'm really busy with work. I run my own business, so
yeah,
I'm flat out, and I will probably be flat out till about just before November starts. So I don't have time. I don't have time to train.
Help Mario out so he can bloody help us out here, so we can stop working and start pulling more. This is a matchup I like. Dallas Langston. Langston. I could see that happening on another Arm Wars.
I would, and I would cut down for that too. Wars. I would cut down for that too if I could pull Dallas. I could probably cut down to about 100, just over 100.
Now, you know, he jumped on bloody Arm Wars and says Australia's rubbish. What have you got to say to that?
Nothing. What can I say? He's only pulled fucking... Who has he pulled? Ryan Bowen, Jordan Davis, and myself. Oh, and he lost too. Yeah, that's right. I think he's just shit talking anyway. He likes me.
Dallas.
I know
really
he likes me.
Very proud of Dallas's backstory. So I won't go into detail because I'll get Dallas on the show. But I think that will be a really good matchup and good to see that you would cut down for that. Marcus Thompson's just come back from beers with Evan Burgoyne, and he's still sober. 23 minutes. 23 minutes into it. That's not like Evan. But that's all right, guys. We'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so. Here we go. Mika has helped us out. He's this is the top pullers in your category. Jonathan Breeder.
Yeah, a left-handed match with Breeder would be pretty fun. Yeah, and Herman Stevens.
I'd get you to pull Austin McGraw, but that would just be that would end on elbow fouls. If you saw the last event when he pulled Jordan Silk, that was just elbow fouls. But yeah, so there's some really good juicy matchups, some good pay-per-view matchups, some good matchups to get you on the international stage. So guys, if you know anyone that can help put out these matches, I cannot scream louder to make this guy an international superstar. As you can see, very humbled, very modest. He's just ruined his chances for king of the table by destroying our good friend. There goes that. So let's get him on Arm Wars. Or big, if you've got an event, you need Mario there. And hopefully, as you can see, I've got his Instagram handle down the bottom. Get some more matches. Just go when you can. Spend 2 hours and chuck as many matches on your YouTube channel as you can. But as you can see, I would love to see Scott Ballinger. That'd be a good match. Herman Stevens, Austin McGraw, and Jonathan Breeder. 4 awesome matches there, which is good. Ready Bang, great job at the tournament, Mario, from Billy Collins.
Mate. Appreciate that.
Then he's got his chat cut out. So yeah, so Jacob Abbott, you said you really liked Jacob Abbott.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri Kachan, who gave John Brzezinski a bit of a nudge.
That's right, yeah.
we've got matches and matches.
It's interesting. I'm screenshotting this so I can do some research and see. Like if anyone does offer me a super match, maybe for example, Paul Italia hits me up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be very,
guys,
very
help me out.
interested.
Paul Talia or Tim Talmadge from Arm Sports. He just had a great event.
He
What
did.
now? Let's get a little bit real. What would it take to get you to an event? Some people. So I'll give you some examples. Some people just want an opportunity. So I believe like Arm Wars, you got to pay your own way there and everything like that. Some people have minimum appearance fees. Some people want minimum appearance plus bonuses for winning. Some people want the red carpet treatment, and rightly so. The works, accommodation, food, travel, and the works. So
me, I'm not like that. Just give me an opportunity, and if I have time off work, I'll go on my dime. I still have, look, honestly, I still have to prove myself. You know, I can't say, oh, this is what I'm worth because no, I've got nothing to back it up.
Yeah, there you go. And from the Canberra Arm Wrestling Club, Dominic says we could all sponsor Mario. Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
If hopefully after this is a bit of a catalyst, and don't be afraid to go chase matches, Mario, because you do not wait for an opportunity. You go and create an opportunity. Now, if you want to go and climb that scale, you've got to go out and get it. And I know it's not in your nature. I know that's not in your nature, but hopefully some people are screenshotting this and going, hey, Mario wants to come over, or, Mario, he thinks he can beat you or something like that. So fingers crossed it does happen.
Yeah.
So besides state tournaments here, let's talk super matches. Has there been, this is what I'm after, Dan John. That is what I'm after. To the moon for this guy. Super matches. I love them. I think they're great. Has anything locally, internationally been offered on the cards? Is there anyone locally? Because it's obviously a lot easier for you to go down to your training club or you to go to another state and pull a super match, not just a tournament. Is there anyone that you want?
Well, Jordan Davis, Ryan Bowen, Ryan Scott. Like, those are my guys that I want to verse. And once I think eventually I will beat them. Eventually.
Yeah.
I want Lachlan. Like, I want to be there. Right up there.
You want the number one. How far off do you think you are from Lachlan?
Probably a couple years.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 years. And I do have to clean up my act. I need to stop, partying like a fucking 20-year-old does. And
you are. How old are you?
25.
Yeah. You are
like
4.
I could have done a lot better at this tournament at Over the Top. I really, really could have. But, and also want work to sort of die down as well before I take on someone like Lachlan and maybe even take on someone like Ryan Bowen. He's got my number. He does.
Yeah. But don't tell the internet that. They won't like that.
Well, he's had my number a couple times. Yeah. So, yeah. But it has been back and forth, and it's always been sort of close. Yeah. But
I think it was South Australia last year.
That's right.
The last time you guys pulled.
It was 4-2 over the span of, the two classes, the overalls and the heavies.
So then Jordan Davis and Ryan Scott. Now you're going to go pull in the tournament against Ryan Scott. Will you offer him a super match there?
Well, he did ask if he wanted to do a super match, but I said, look, we can, if we're in the tournament, it'll basically be like a 2 out of 3 super match.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending if we don't lose to anyone else.
Well, I don't think he's will. I mean, there's Kyle Howarth, Brock Lawes, there's some up and comers, but I think it'll be you two in the final. Too easy. So then if we were to give a time frame, just say if the community got together and says you and the Reacher, best of 5 super match here in Melbourne, so I don't have to travel. What time frame would you want it to be?
As long as it's at least 4 weeks after a tournament, I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy because I do want to attend every tournament. I want to support the AAF as much as I can. And I just like meeting all the new and upcoming arm wrestlers of every state. So
I tell you, I call all day at the tournament. I was calling him the People's Champ, and that is why he just wants to meet people. As you can see, let's help and support Mario as much as we can, which is amazing, guys. We'll probably go for another 5 minutes. We'll have a bit of fun at the moment. If you've got any questions for Mario at the moment, let us know, and we'll pick out some really good ones, some really highlighted ones, and we can pick it up from there. Now, out of Mario, out of Ryan Scott, Jordan Davis, and Ryan Bowen, if you have to pin one, lose to one, and pick one of them out in the arm wrestling world, it's arm wrestling's favourite game. You thought you were going to dodge this bullet. Not happening.
I've done this once before.
Yes, you have. Who do you? Where would it go? Where would it go?
Well, I'd probably this is a good one actually. I'd probably lose to Ryan Scott.
Oh, okay.
Pin Ryan Bowen. Kick Jordan Davis out.
Wow.
I love Jordan Davis, but fuck.
No.
I really want to pin Ryan Bowen. Like it's
no, the jealousy has come in. You watched the Arm Wars episode and you went, you know what? I hate you, Jordan Davis. That should have been me.
And he had to wear the Arm Wars shirt to comp too, which he didn't even get me one. Bastard.
I would have done the exact same thing if I had pulled at Arm Wars.
Me too.
I would have done that. Marcus Thompson thinks there's something special that we got here in the Vegemite. Australian Vegemite versus the pancakes. Now, pancakes. We all know that's a code word.
Yeah.
What are your? You don't have to go into too much detail and don't name names, but what are your thoughts of that in the sport?
Generally speaking, it's in every sport. It's in everything.
Yeah.
Even professional gaming have pancakes in a sense.
Yes, they do.
So
it's stay awake all night and be alert. They try.
Yeah, they take a cognitive enhancer, basically, right? That's a pancake in my eyes. But yeah, it's unavoidable. It really is. And to me, I don't really care, to be honest. I don't care.
Yeah. So it doesn't bother you if you get up there,
Nah.
And you say you fly international and, there's another 10 grand on the line and you've just gone bang it and you end up missing out because, that could have covered your whole trip and a couple of, giving you a week off work.
But the thing is, it's not about that for me at all. It's not about the money. That's why I'm so happy just to put even 10 grand on the tab. I didn't really care. Honestly, it's not about the money.
No, you can tell. You can tell, man. You can absolutely tell, and that's why. Hence, why good people. There was a reason you and I are supposed to meet in the arm wrestling world, and that's why if I can kickstart this Mario Tambakis flag flying, and hopefully, guys, if you're on Instagram, as you can see, scrolling down the bottom of the whole thing, I've pinned his YouTube channel to the top of the comments. Let's really get it in there.
But I can understand like a lot of people's gripe with pancakes. I do.
Yeah,
I do. Because then some people, that's life-changing money for a few people, 10 grand.
Yeah.
It could really kickstart something they always wanted to do or put, pay off the house or part, a little bit of the mortgage.
And, the deposit. Oh, you get 10 grand in any sort of a way. It certainly improves your life. Instrumentally straight away.
And say if you lost to someone that's heavily on gear, and I can understand.
There you go. We're just cool, calm, and modest, aren't you? Yes, I tell you. But Marcus Thompson just bows down. He says Mario's the real money slam. You two would definitely get along, and a man that just would openly put 10 grand on the bar. You know what I mean? Like 10 grand for me, I would have sat there. I probably would have spent $1,000 buying some people drinks as much as I could. But then that would have been for my little babies. You know what I mean? So people think differently. And for what to even say that and continue to say that. It does say a lot about your character, and hopefully we've got you some more fans here. One fan, Brock Lewis, just comes in. Thank you, Brock Lewis, for your super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Lush beard, great commentator. Does it get better? I mean,
yeah. Brock,
we're a pretty
he's
good
another.
duo.
He's a strong guy out of WA too. So it'd be good to grip up with him again. Another reason why I'm going down to WA.
Yeah, a huge up and comer. Shannon, he wasn't there at the over the top. I was because I've spoken to Brock through this sort of platform and a message here and there, but it was a shame he wasn't there. Tom Day, someone that I train with, I was spewing that he wasn't at over the top either. He had to work. He comes in with a ready bang. Dominic Lorenz is coming with a question. What did Mario think of the New Zealand team?
Oh, I thought they were great. They're all super strong, super dedicated. And yeah, great to drink with as well. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
What time did you finish up? You looked very slim dusty the next day when I caught up with you for a barbecue.
I was pretty fucked. Yeah. 5:30 a.m. Then I had to wake up at 9.
Why did you have to wake up? Because you just wanted to go again?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then we met up and then we drank some more.
Yeah. What time did you finish up Saturday? Because I left because I had an hour's drive and wanted my own bed. I was cool.
11 p.m. we finished.
Okay. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too long after I left.
It was a bender, so it was pretty good.
Oh, you've certainly given a fair nudge there. Guys, if you haven't already, once again, subscribe to everything that is Mario. The guy's amazing. He does a bit of stuff with one of his very good mates, Andy, on the Andy and Mario show. Keep an eye out for that. But I also want to build the individual platform of Mario Tambakis because, as you can see, the dude is, when I call people dead set legends, this guy is the epitome of it. If you look that up in Webster's dictionary, it will have a picture of the absolute weapon that is Mario. So whatever we can do as a region, as a community to help this guy out. If you are anyone that has in contact with a promoter, get him. Get him over to your things. I'll be looking forward to catching up. Hopefully I can get there for the New South Wales tournament in July.
Yeah, you just let me know. We'll sort you out once you're here.
Yeah, I'll be going up there because the baby will be about 6 weeks old, so I'll be allowed to travel again. The wife will give me
She gave you the nod. Yeah,
she gives me the nod. Yep, absolutely, and hopefully I'll do a bit of traveling later. Mario, it's time for you to have a sleep, mate. It's time for you to finish those emails, make a couple of quick calls, and go to bed. Thank you very much, especially coming on late notice. When I messaged you last night, you're like, yeah, I'm doing an all-nighter. I apologise if I'm not 100%. It's all right, mate. The community are going to love you. So I cannot appreciate
thanks for the opportunity, Jake. You know I appreciate it.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Guys, if you can, head over now to Evan Burgoyne's channel, Beers with the Beer Man. Tell him that Aussie sent you, and then wherever you are around the world, keep your eyes open for Ryan Bowen, and he's going to have Matarangi, Hedda Morris in the studio. I was there in the studio just the other day, and I absolutely love it. And I can't wait till I build myself a studio where I am, so you get a bit, not the orange tint and stupid lighting and poor echoing. I'm doing whatever I can. So when you guys help and support the channel, I cannot stress enough that every single bit of revenue goes straight back into the channel. And whether it's supporting a Mario, whether it's doing a bit of renovation here to ensure I give you top quality performances. Just quickly, this guy's just come in late notice. More Garage Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Will we see? Oh, yes. Will we see more Garage Wars?
You will.
You guys organised an awesome event.
Yeah, we did. And, your commentary was on point that day too. And it made the events just that much better.
8 super matches, all competitors pulled left and right arm against each other. It was unreal. Garage Wars was good. That's right, because I want to get Mickey Lonkerovich.
Mate, he's already on the list. Like I've been playing this since last year. Since the very first one. The day after, I've been playing the second one. And that's probably going to be
Beautiful.
around August, September. So we'll
Count
organise
me
something, and
in.
it's going to be insane.
And Mickey was amazing. So the guy, this comment here, guys, he gave me his house while he was away for the whole weekend to ensure the Aussie arm wrestler was comfortable and had a sleep. Even wore an Aussie arm wrestler shirt to the tournament. Come second in his division in the 70 kilos. I think he came second in the right arm or the left arm. Might have been the right arm. But the guy is an absolute stud.
Absolutely.
This guy here. So thank you very much, Mickey. I cannot appreciate you and your lovely wife enough. Love Australian arm wrestling. Keep it up, boys. Marcus Thompson knows what's up. The best chat group, Dominic, here at the Aussie Arm Wrestlers channel. But please keep an eye out. Go to Evans. Tell him I sent you. And let's get over and watch Ryan's interview a bit later on. Mario, with the little bit of energy you have left, can you finish the stream with a ready bang?
Ready bang.
There it is. That sounded like a wet fart. Ready bang.
I've lost my voice from screaming on Saturday. I'm sorry.
You guys are all dead set legends, and I will see you guys